Welcome to Railroad Rush. Railroad Rush is a teamwork-based puzzler where players must work together in creating the longest railroad. The game is played in a single round. Teams are spawned into their own individual lanes, where they are presented with a lengthy environment puzzle ahead of them. Use your pickaxes to mine for gold, trade that gold for more rails, and then lay the rails to extend the track in the most efficient path possible. Simple, right? Well, within these lanes are checkpoints guarded by massive copper doors. Luckily for each team, a TNT minecart will constantly spawn at the start of the course and at the start of each checkpoint, and will run down the track that they've built. Running the TNT minecart into the copper door will open the checkpoint and allow teams to progress. This minecart also has a power gauge that teams will need to pay attention to. When the minecart crashes into something, or the power gauge runs out, it explodes and then respawns. When the minecart runs over powered rails, it will refill its power gauge to full. Powered rails can be found throughout the course or can also be bought for gold at the checkpoints. The environments will be filled with destructible blocks that will open plenty of new pathway options and sometimes additional secrets. These destructible blocks all have damage values. Players can break cobblestone, gravel, and their own placed concrete blocks with their pickaxes, but will require an explosion to be able to damage the stronger blocks like stone brick and cracked stone brick, eventually weakening them to a state that they can be mined away. Oh, the explosions damage the player-placed concrete blocks too, so don't trip yourself on that. As well as using the TNT minecart, teams will be able to purchase dynamite from the trader too, to help blow up these blocks. Though, don't try it on copper, that won't work. Sometimes players may come across secret caches with copper doors that will house emerald ore and other materials. Mining emerald ore will reward teams with additional coins in the final tally. Thankfully, for the gold-starved teams, every so often the gold rush phase will begin. This is where all players will be suddenly teleported to the mines, and a frantic rush to mine as much gold as they can ensues. There's only a small amount of time and limited gold available, so everyone must share. Who am I kidding? Nobody's going to be sharing. And there might just be an additional use for dynamite here too. And lastly, each checkpoint has 3 different puzzling segments between, which are all randomly generated. So each playthrough of Railroad Rush will offer a different challenge every event. Completing a checkpoint will give you some extra score and also an additional TNT minecart to deal with. A full breakdown of how the final scoring works is available on MC Championship's website, which will be linked in the description. It's quite meaty, but quite important, so make sure to read up on it. Alright, that's Railroad Rush.